Hello, today I'm going to talk about 39 things to know about Afghanistan. This is January 5th, 2020. I'm Said Mohammed Naim Khalid from Better Knowledge, Better Life channel. You may hear in everyday life today about Afghanistan, but not in a good way. It is always war, Taliban, terrorists, 9/11, the Americans in Afghanistan, and the peace talks, and blah 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 blah. In this presentation, I'm not talking about politics, but some basic information, especially if you're interested in going to Afghanistan. Afghanistan was founded by Ahmad Shah Durrani in 1747. The name Afghanistan. In the past, it was named Aryana, Khorasan, and it has different names. And Afghanistan has a history of 5,000 years. But the very recent one, the contemporary Afghanistan, started just around 250 years ago. The official name of the country is the Islamic State of Afghanistan. The capital city is Kabul. Now, however, in the past, when Afghanistan was named and the territory was named Afghanistan, Kandahar was the capital city. Afghanistan has two official languages, Dari and Pashto. And most official communication in most part of the country, Dari is used. It's similar to Persian or Farsi from Iran. However, it's a different language. Most of the time you may hear about Afghan and Afghani. If you hear Afghan, that's constitutionally defined term that means people of Afghanistan or a person from Afghanistan. But if you have an I at the end, or Afghani is the currency. So if you are in Afghanistan, you will need to have the Afghan currency in your pocket. You don't need to use dollar, euro, or other currencies. Otherwise, you will lose money and potentially you will be handcuffed by the police. Afghanistan is a landlocked country. It doesn't have a way to open oceans. It is bordering 6 countries, including Iran, Pakistan, Tajikistan, China, Uzbekistan, and Turkmenistan. The border with China, which is the smallest, it is reaching 76 kilometers, so it's in this location. The border with Iran is here, located in this area. It is 936 kilometers. With Pakistan, this is the longest border. It's located in the southern part of the country. It's 2,430 kilometers. With Tajikistan, is 1,206 kilometers. With Turkmenistan is 744 kilometers, and with Uzbekistan is 137 kilometers. Afghanistan has a long history, and one of those evidences that people were living here for long ago, and there were civilizations of those times. The Buddha statues. So this is the Buddha statues that existed for the past couple of hundreds of years. And this is the destroyed one. Taliban destroyed this because they thought people are worshipping this and they removed it. UNESCO has a big list of entities and institutions and old historic location in Afghanistan. And recently they included the Jam Minaret. It's located in Ghor province, and if you go near to it, you will see the historic miniature and also the cultural side on how this was made and how tall it is and why it was made, the purpose, and you can get most information. Afghanistan has like many cities, and the biggest cities are located in the bordering of the country and bordering with the different countries, including Herat, that is bordering Iran, Kandahar with Pakistan, Kabul is the capital, and Mazar-e-Sharif is located in the north, and these are the major cities. Afghanistan is rich in resources. That's one of the main reasons that many countries and big power are interested in coming to Afghanistan. So if you see this table that gave you a rough estimate the amount of different minerals and different rare matters that are very expensive that are available in Afghanistan. And that's one of the main reasons that many of the big countries are interested in coming to Afghanistan. And if you come there, you will also see some of them uh, just by bare eye. Afghanistan has a different climate in different zones. So if you see the northern part, it is more a desert. Southern part and southwestern part is also a desert. If you see the northwestern part or the Herat area is semi-arid, and similar to that is the eastern part is also similar, is semi-arid, and the central part or highlands, mountains, it has a lot of snow. But however, overall Afghanistan has 4 seasons, and it's a good place for skiing in the winter. And when there is no snow, it's the best place for mountain climbing. Afghanistan has a diverse population, so if you come, there are multiple ethnic groups from Hazaras to Pashtuns to Tajiks, Uzbeks, Sayyids, and different other groups are here. It's home for nomads. Nomads are called Kuchis, and there are people who are moving from one location to another and they travel around the country seasonally. The country has around 35 million people, and 8 million people are living in Kabul, which was basically the capital was made for 4 million people. However, now because of the insecurity in other parts of the country, people are moving to this part. The life expectancy is very low, it's just 46 years, uh, and this is very lower than the global average, which is 67. And there are multiple reasons to it, and one of those could be war. Literacy is also low, it's 36%. However, there is improvement from 2001, so it was around 18 to 20%, and now it's 36. So there's a good improvement in it. And if one of those things is that children are going to school, and 1/3 are girls, family comes first. It is considered the most important aspect of life. Arranged marriage exists, so nowadays some people have the choice to choose their life partner. However, in general, in most parts of the country, the parents or the elders will decide for their daughters and their sons who to marry. Families stick together. So if you go to rural areas, there will be families around 50 to 60 people from the grandparents, and then there will be children, and there will be cousins, aunts, and like many people will live in the same community. Like one house will be like a small village. Then shoes off. When you visit the home of friends, shoes must be removed in the house. People are not permitting shoes because they don't use chair and table, so they just sit on the carpet. And the reason that shoes are set off because people don't want the dirt from outside to be brought here, and that has a potential to be mixed with food. Food and dining. Afghanistan has the best fruits in the world, including grape, melon, pomegranate. And Afghanistan has the number one saffron in the world for the past couple of 3 years. And naan or bread, it has variety of forms, and it is one of the main staple. And on an Afghan table, if you're joining them and there is no bread, even if there is meat, vegetables, and everything else, but not bread, they will say there is no food. So it's one of the most important staple on their dish, and it's basically coming from wheat. They don't use other products. When you go to someone's house, Don't try to sit or to choose the location for yourself. The elder or the person who is escorting you, they will tell you where to sit. Basically, the location will be somewhere that you cannot see the kitchen or you cannot see the rest of the family. So you will be basically located away from the door, but in a way that you'll not be able to observe the outside part. Get comfortable. Food is often served on plastic tablecloth on the floor and people sit on cushion, or they call it tushak. Be polite. Although your shoes are off, it is not proper for you to stretch your feet toward the food. So basically you need to avoid that. Again, food is communal and shared by everyone at the table. So there will be one bowl or one tray and many people will use that. So you need to share with them. Right hand is the most important hand. You do not eat with left hand. And everything you need to do with right hand, passing food or accepting the food from someone or eating food. And there is no fork. In general, you can find it, you will have it, but it's not very common. In most places in rural areas, when they serve food to you, you will directly go, you'll wash your hands, and then you'll start eating with your hands and fingers. It has a smaller economy. The GDP or gross domestic product per capita is around $700 compared to United States, which is about $46,000. It has small-scale production with an industry of shoes, furniture, textile, and soap. Agriculture plays an important role with farming of nuts, wheat, fruit, wool, and opium. And around 65 to 80% people are involved in agriculture on daily basis. Religion plays an important role. Most Afghans practice Islam, and most of the practices are influenced by the Islamic practices. A majority of the Afghans are observing the obligation of 5 time prayer a day. However, most of the young generation would not do that. So if you're working with them in an office or you see them, if there is a prayer call or azan, you will not see many of the Afghans coming to the mosque. Sunday is not the day to rest. Instead, Friday is observed as a holy day for the Muslims and everything will be closed. And so it's better to have your food ready on the Friday and the weekend starts on Thursday in the afternoon. In Ramadan, everything changes. So in order to respect the people during Ramadan, you do not need to drink or eat in front of the people during the day. Because if you eat that, that's disrespectful and you might get punished for that because you're eating in public in Ramadan. Afghan cricket is very famous these days. It's ranked 10th globally. It has been playing in various matches, but sometimes it's good, sometimes it's not. But globally, is ranked 10th. And the national game for people is buskashi. They kill an animal, and then people on horses they try to catch that. They even beat each other, and just to catch that, and then there will be some awards for the person who can carry it to the spot. Basically, there is a circle, and they need to put it there on the circle. The kite runner. That's one of the games that in most of the rural areas still people play it. However, these days with telephone and some other kind of plays, people forgot this, but it's still common and people do it. Thank you very much. If you like this video, please hit the like button and subscribe to my channel. I will have my next video about 20 top places in Afghanistan to visit in 2020. Thank you very much.